Hey, I'm Xian. I want to talk to you about the trip that I did to the Gaspesie. It was about 4,000 kilometers or about 2,500 miles. I drove there from Toronto at the end of May and I was looking for the best roads and I have some to share with you. I started my trip in Toronto and I wanted to get here. Long drive, so I think the best way to enjoy the drive is to break it up with some nice side drives like this one here in Bond Head. Search up Bond Head Viewpoint and just follow this lakeshore road. When you hit a wooden bridge, turn right and then keep going until you reach Port Hope. Then the next best part is probably the Thousand Islands Parkway. It's a bit more scenic than the 401, so if you have some extra time, do it. If you don't, skip it. But the real fun part really comes when you reach this area. Mauricie National Park. If you look at how squiggly it is, that's where the fun starts. Good morning. Please don't tell me it's raining again. Ain't it nice to drive a convertible? This park, Mauricie, is a pretty nice park to drive because the highways just curve and curve and curve. And this goes on for I think about 60 something kilometers. But I drove it yesterday clockwise and it was a lot of fun, even in the rain. Now I'm just doing it counterclockwise because it was that much fun. One of the comments that I read online said that it was comparable to Tail of the Dragon. I don't think so. I think more importantly, if I had to compare it to a drive that I've done recently, it would probably be the state forests in Pennsylvania. Those are probably more comparable, though. But for the views, for the amount of curves, I would say they're similar. Whew. So now that Mauricie is done, let's move on to the next most important thing, Gaspe. So this part here is defined as the Gaspesie. And the best part, in my opinion, is from here, somewhere here, Sainte-Anne-des-Monts to Perce. This part, especially this part here and this part here, those are really the best roads. Now there are probably some better roads elsewhere that I don't know about. I didn't drive this, I didn't drive this, I didn't drive this South Shore. But from what I'm told, this part is the best part, and that going to and from, meaning both ways, is a good drive. And I can attest to that. The drive was really, really good. So let's see some clips. There is a restaurant that people tend to go to when they come to the Gaspesie. It's a road trip favorite, so let me just take you to it. Every day plays two Miatas. What are the chances? One over there, one over here, and mine over there. Other one. What are the chances? One here, mine over there. Here's another one. Seeing a few more MX-5s. One here, another one there. Like I said, if you're on a road trip, this is where you need to go. In Quebec. Up! Finally reached Gaspe. As you can see, the people up there are having a party because I just arrived, and so actually it's only because they're having their first day, their opening day here. It's not because of me. So, start of the tourist season, and I'm not invited. big ass rock. I could almost smell it was cooking. As the sun sets on the Gaspe, I would just like to share my thoughts on what I thought about this trip. First of all, it's really far away, so you do need time, but the roads here are really good. One of my friends from the Miata club said that this is very much like the Highway 1 in California. I'd say it's similar. You have coast on the side, mountains on the other, and the roads are twisty and good, so I did enjoy it a lot. One thing I noticed about this region, it's that volumes of people here, meaning, you know, whether you need a reservation for a restaurant, whether you need to book early, really depends on when you come. If you remember Gaspe, I went there, that was their first day, the Tourist Information Bureau was open. I think that was June 6th. So if you come a bit too early, the good thing is you don't need too many reservations, you don't have to worry about accommodation. The downside is that some things may not be open yet. Some restaurants may not be open. Some tourist information bureaus might not be open. Between the two towns, Sainte-Anne and Gaspe, I would say Sainte-Anne is a more practical town with more options for grocery stores. And Gaspe was a cuter town, more catered towards tourists. Both towns are worth checking out. This was a really good vacation, and I was wondering why. I realized why. When I was in Sainte-Anne, there was a 3.3 Richter scale earthquake, and the reason why is because Quebec rocks.